Join us now, a man who hopes to make that happen. We take control over the Senate. Our U.S. Senate candidate from the great state of Wisconsin, my home state as well, Eric Hovde. Thanks for being with us. Eric, listen, I think it's fascinating. A woman who served in the Senate, who's also the vice president, which means she's the president of the Senate, is like, I might not control the Senate or the House, but we're just going to have to raise taxes, even if Republicans and maybe you in the Senate are going to say no. What do you make of it?
Good evening, Sean. Great talking to a fellow Wisconsinite. I'm sitting here laughing because she can't even put words together. She has no basis of understanding of economics. She spent her whole political life, or her whole life in politics, just like the senator I'm running against, Tammy Baldwin. They don't even know the most basic level. They say inflation is greed inflation because of corporations. Why didn't corporations engage in greed the 40 years before that? Why did it just start when they started spending money recklessly? Tax policies, she has no clue what she's talking about. She's talking about price controls. That's been a disaster everywhere they've been implemented. I mean, seriously, I cannot believe this woman is in a tight race with President Trump, just like I can't believe Senator Baldwin, who won't debate, runs from everything, can't talk about economics with any level of knowledge, is a sitting U.S. senator. But that's where we are today. That's why we got to take back our country.
And you mentioned your opponent, Tammy Baldwin. One debate she agreed to coming up on October the 18th. But the polls are showing a race that you are closing the gap with Democrat incumbent Tammy Baldwin. And I was doing some research, Eric, and her strategy has seemed to be take no risk, do nothing, and then take credit for the work of others. Like the fentanyl bill, that was Senator Tim Scott. She was one of like several dozen co-sponsors of that. And then there's a bill about using American iron and steel. That was President Trump's executive order. She didn't have anything to do with that.
Dagan, she has done nothing. She accomplishes nothing. She's a rubber stamp to the hardcore progressive left. I think she's renamed 2 post offices, but she votes for with every crazy thing. She is trying to push a bill right now to require schools to allow boys to compete in girls' sports and guys to go in girls' locker rooms and bathrooms. So that's where she is. But you're exactly right. She won't debate me. I get one debate, usually get 3 or 4. So she's run from that. But she has literally voted to give illegal immigrants cash payments as our veterans are struggling. She's terrible on border issues, on the economy. She voted for all the crazy spending that's ignited inflation. She's just been wrong on everything. Look, I'm in the jump ball race right now. I mean, everybody's talking about my race. I can win this thing. I need everybody's help. So please pitch in. Go to erichovde.com and let's take back the Senate because, folks, we got to save our country. And I'm serious about that. I got into this race because I love America, and we got to save this country because if Harris and Baldwin are successful,
no doubt.
I really worry we'll recognize this country in another 4 years. It's hard to recognize our country right now from what it used to be.
Tammy Baldwin, one of the most liberal radicals in the Senate, but comes back and plays Miss Moderate back in Wisconsin. Good luck in the race, Eric Hovde. Thanks for being with us on The Bottom Line. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much. You all have a wonderful evening.